Did you know that there are 8 different types of moon within a lunar cycle? We have all heard of a blue moon, full moon, and maybe even a blood moon. But what does it all mean? We divide the moon cycle into 8 phases within the Western world. This means that there are 8 different moons within one cycle, known as a lunar month. So why not check the sky tonight and see what stage of the cycle we are in? The beginning of the cycle starts with the new moon, which is invisible to us. This is because it is the time in the cycle where the moon is directly in line with Earth and the Sun, so the side of the moon we see is cast with a shadow. No direct sunlight can reach its surface on this side, therefore, it does not appear illuminated to us. The next stage is called the waxing crescent. This phase is when the moon begins to move into a position where the sun starts to illuminate part of the moon's surface, so we see a small crescent appearing. It remains the waxing crescent moon until it is around 49% illuminated. Following the waxing crescent comes the first quarter. This is also when the moon has moved a quarter in orbit around the Earth. The waxing gibbous moon is the phase when the moon is at 51% to 99% illumination, just after the first quarter moon. This moon phase starts from appearing to be half illuminated to almost being fully illuminated. The full moon remains for the 14th-15th day of the cycle and then moves into the next phase. The moon appears in the transition from full moon, back down to a quarter visible. The third quarter moon is when the other half of the moon is illuminated until it reaches 50%. This is the sign that the moon cycle is coming to an end, and will soon be a new moon again. The last stage of the lunar month ends with the waning crescent. Waning means getting smaller, and this is when we see the moon's surface goes down from 49% illumination to 1%. You will see the moon go from being a quarter illuminated all the way down until it is a small crescent. This is referred to as the dark moon. Although it is a name for the cycle's ending, it is not commonly used in the 8-phase cycle and by astrologers. 4 types of moon can be seen in the sky, but these are rarer than the moon phases that we see every month. Now that you have the basics of the moon's movements, you can understand that other types of moon occur when another lunar activity is happening. For example, when a lunar eclipse occurs, this is when the Earth sits directly between the Sun and Moon. This means that the only light that can reach it, during its full moon stage, is light refracted from Earth. The most commonly known moon is the blue moon, which I am sure most of you have heard of. But this is not always the case, as the term blue moon is also used to describe that there are 2 full moons within one month. There are many definitions for what type of moon it represents, but the most common is that of the new moon. Both terms describe the phase as the moon is technically invisible because it's not lit up in the sky. A solar eclipse is when the moon lines up directly between the Sun and Earth. A micromoon is when the moon is at its furthest point from Earth. This means that when we look up at the night sky, we think it may have shrunk, but it's just further away than usual. This usually only occurs when the moon is at the full moon or new moon phase. The micromoon occurs when the moon is 251,655 miles, 405,000 kilometers, away from Earth's center. A supermoon occurs when the moon is at its full or new moon phase and is on the closest part of its orbital path to Earth. So overall, you can see that we have many different types of moon, which vary in shape and color due to the surroundings and our moon's position in its orbit around Earth. But ultimately, we only have one moon that orbits Earth. It's just our perspective that makes it appear different.